When Jurassic World released, guys, I gotta say, I really did enjoy the direction that they were going in and what they were trying to accomplish in Jurassic World, kind of giving nods along the way and throughout the story to, of course, Jurassic Park. And I loved returning. I'm glad they brought the franchise back. And now I want to talk about Jurassic World 3, that also being known as Jurassic World Dominion, and everything that we know so far about this title, because I'm sure, like many of you, I'm very excited about this. And I want to talk about in detail some of the things that we know are going to be happening in Jurassic World Dominion, and we can kind of give our opinions about it. So let's get into it. So guys, in an article that was written by Ryan Scott of MovieWeb, the Jurassic Park franchise has endured for nearly 3 decades, and we have at least one more installment in the dino-centric franchise coming our way. Jurassic World Dominion is currently in the works and will round out the trilogy that kicked off with 2015's Jurassic World. While much remains mysterious about the sequel, we're going to break down everything we know about the sequel. So, this movie will be picking up in the aftermath of 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. While the movie was a monster hit at the box office, it didn't hit the mark for many critics and fans. Will the third entry in this new trilogy be able to bounce back? Will this be the end of the franchise as we know it? There are a lot of questions fans might have right now, and we have at least some of those answers. So, what I'll say, guys, is 2015's Jurassic World was like I said, it was really a nod to Jurassic Park. Had a lot of, there was a lot of course, epic moments. I really enjoyed it. I thought Chris Pratt was really great as kind of helming this, this series or the sub-series of Jurassic Park. In Jurassic World, I thought that he did a really good job. I love him as an actor. And I just thought that overall, yeah, it felt like a Jurassic Park, just, kind of just a movie that was kind of given a lot of nods to it. And I love some of the new creatures they added to it. I thought that, they did some really cool things in of course, the first Jurassic World. And then the second one, Fallen Kingdom, for me personally, I didn't actually think it was as bad as a lot of people thought. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I didn't really like that. The one thing I didn't like was just you weren't really on the island much anymore. It was basically all back in the homeland, which was okay. But that was the only thing I didn't really like about it, was that just the kingdom of Jurassic World ended up basically, pretty much went extinct for a good portion of that movie. And so obviously it was different, right? It kind of gave us a new look at this as far as the world is concerned, like living amongst the dinosaurs, which was really an interesting take on it. But I'm excited to see where they go with Dominion. I'm hoping that they come back to the park and such, but we'll have to see, of course. Now, when does Jurassic World 3 Dominion come out? The situation at present is very fluid, as production is on hold for an indefinite period of time. As of this writing, currently Jurassic World Dominion is set to arrive in theaters on June 11, 2021 from Universal Pictures. So obviously, guys, lots of movies are getting postponed due to the pandemic going on, and some are, obviously lots of movies are getting bunched up, right, later on in 2020 and then of course into 2021. I wouldn't hold your breath with this June 11th, 2021 release date. I'm assuming it's probably going to get pushed back later into 2021, especially if there's a resurgence in the pandemic. Knock on wood, that does not happen. When does Jurassic World 3 begin filming? Jurassic World 3 initially kicked off filming in February, with director Colin Trevorrow sharing an initial set photo, which also confirmed the movie's title. Filming commenced for several weeks, however, in the interest of public health and for the safety of the cast, crew, and production, was forced to shut down in mid-March. Universal and Trevorrow will pick up filming once it is safe to do so, though as of this writing, it hasn't been revealed when that will be. So, look, guys, it looks to me, at least, that the filming on this obviously started and has been for a little while, but the problem is that they had to stop mid-March. So these movies typically take months upon months, guys, to, finish up with filming, especially a big blockbuster movie like Jurassic World. So they're probably, I don't even know if you could even say that they're even halfway done with filming at this point. I would say that they're probably in the pretty early stages at this very moment. Now, who is directing it? Obviously, we said Colin Trevorrow. It's interesting, though, because Jurassic Jurassic World ended up earning a staggering $1.6 billion worldwide, making it one of the biggest movies of all time. Colin Trevorrow directed the blockbuster, but he decided to take a step back and let J.A. Bayona take the helm for 2018's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. But Trevorrow is coming back to finish what he started. Trevorrow had been on deck to direct Star Wars 9 long before it became The Rise of Skywalker. So, with that being said, obviously he didn't do Rise of Skywalker, but he's coming back, guys. I think it's great that he's coming back. I think I would have liked to see Trevorrow have directed Fallen Kingdom just to kind of see where he would have taken that narrative. But nonetheless, I'm excited to see what he does here with Dominion, if he's going to try to wrap it up or if he's going to try to continue it. Because I feel like Universal is certainly going to want to continue this franchise. I mean, you know, Jurassic World making $1.6 billion, and then, of course, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom making a lot of money as well. Why would they want to stop making these movies? People love them, and so as long as you have good directors, good stories, why not keep it going? Now, who's writing the script? Colin Trevorrow is also co-writing the script for the movie, but he is getting some help. Emily Carmichael, known best for her work on Pacific Rim Uprising, has been enlisted to bring this trilogy to a close. Derek Connolly, Trevorrow's frequent collaborator, helped cook up the story. This will mark not only Carmichael's first entry in the series, but this will mark the second time that a woman has co-written a Jurassic Park movie. Amanda Silver worked on an earlier version of Jurassic World. So, number one, I'm really excited to see Emily Carmichael is going to be, you know, bringing the trilogy to a close, which it's hard to say, is this really, you know, the trilogy's going to end here, or are they just going to kind of almost end one segment of this franchise and like kind of move on to another segment at some other point, kind of like what they're doing with the Star Wars franchise. It's hard to say, but I'm really glad that Emily Carmichael, she's getting a shot at it. You know, I thought that it was great that they had Amanda Silver work on the, you know, the earlier version of Jurassic World. That's great, guys, that everyone's getting, you know, they're getting some opportunities, you know, and they're kind of splitting it up, right, between male and female. That's incredible. I love seeing that, and I'm excited to see what they're able to cook up here with, of course, Jurassic Park Dominion. Now, the title of Jurassic World, guys, Jurassic World 3 is Dominion. As filming got underway, Universal Pictures and Colin Trevorrow revealed that the official title for the movie will be Jurassic World Dominion. As for what that means exactly, in an Instagram post, Chris Pratt shared the title along with the caption that came with the definition, sovereignty or control, man's attempt to establish dominion over nature. I absolutely love it, guys. I mean, you're thinking to yourself, you know, life breaks free, life cannot be contained. And so, obviously, what that's going to look like, it's hard to say. I mean, honestly, guys, I'm going into these movies, you know, just gonna go into the movie expecting to just be entertained, because it's just an entertaining series. It's similar to, you know, like Star Wars, kind of like, you know, Fast and Furious, like those movies that you just love to just sit down and just really go through it, an adventure, and just experience it for yourself, you know, in the movie theater. And that's what I'm excited about with Jurassic World Dominion. I can't wait to sit there and just experience this and see where the story goes, man. I mean, it's just a fun popcorn type of movie. Now, Jurassic World 3, will this be the last movie in the franchise? This is a big question that for now doesn't have a definitive answer. When Jurassic World was first coming out, Colin Trevorrow and Steven Spielberg had plans to make a new trilogy. Dominion will complete that trilogy. Chris Pratt also said it feels like the end at one point in an interview. That said, the studio hasn't declared this to be the final installment, and the fact of the matter is money talks. If there is money to be made, the franchise will probably continue in some way, shape, or form down the line. Case in point, Netflix has an animated series titled Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous in the works. Plus, there have been consistent rumors of a live-action TV series, so this may be the end of the current version of the franchise, but probably not the end overall. So, I agree. I don't think, guys, that this is going to be the end of Jurassic Park or Jurassic World. I think that maybe they complete this trilogy, and then maybe it takes a hiatus for a number of years, and then I think it's going to come back in one way, shape, or form. Similar to like they're coming out with a TV series, and they're, you know, working on other things like an animated series and such. So I think, in my opinion, this is going to continue onwards because it's just such a big franchise at this point. I mean, look at Fast and Furious. They didn't probably really expect to make this many movies until they started seeing, wow, there's a real following here. Financially, they're making so much money. Why wouldn't you continue it? Obviously, you don't want to milk a series so much where it ends up really harming the IP as a whole. But if you do it smartly and in a way that the fan base wants you to, in a direction that they kind of want you to go with some mystery to it, I think you're going to be in a good spot. Now, what is the plot? Specific plot details for the movie are largely being kept under wraps for the time being. That said, in broad terms, we'll be dealing with the ramifications of dinosaurs being out in the real world. The man-made prehistoric beasts that weren't killed when Isla Nublar was wiped off the map were set free, and last we saw are roaming around in populated areas. Battle at Big Rock, last year's live-action short, previewed what this will look like, but beyond that, specifics haven't been revealed at this time. However, don't expect outright chaos despite that post-credit scene from Fallen Kingdom that showed us pterodons in Las Vegas. Colin Trevorrow has already made it clear that the core plot won't revolve around dinosaurs attacking cities. So look, I just want to be surprised. At the end of the day, guys, I want to be surprised with the story. I don't want it to get a little bit too cheesy. I want it to be something that is still epic, exciting, and has a lot of, drama and just a lot of character development. That's what I'm really hoping for. Now, when will the first trailer come out? When will fans be able to see the Jurassic World 3 trailer? No official release date has been set, but there are some previous examples we can use to get us in the ballpark. Jurassic World was released in June 2015. The first trailer debuted 7 months prior in November 2014. The franchise has been away for nearly 14 years at that point. The studio needed a lot of time to build the hype. For Fallen Kingdom, which was released in June 2018, the trailer debuted 6 months earlier in 2017. So what I think, guys, as well as this article is, kind of alluding, is that the teaser trailers and such will probably come in late 2020 or into early 2021, depending on if Jurassic World Dominion gets delayed once again from its release date currently. So that will be really interesting to say the least. Now, this movie has been called Jurassic Park 6. Early on in the process, Colin Trevorrow referred to the sequel as Jurassic Park 6 as opposed to Jurassic World 3. Emily Carmichael and I call it Jurassic Park 6 because it is. The next film allows the legacy characters to be a part of the story in an organic way, Trevorrow explained in an interview with Empire. So, interesting that they decided to call it Jurassic Park 6. I mean, why not? I mean, I don't see any problem with that. It is in the Jurassic Park franchise. Are dinosaurs in the real world in Jurassic World 3? One of the main hooks for Jurassic World 3 will be dinosaurs and humans having to coexist alongside one another in the real world. While Colin Trevorrow has said the movie won't fully revolve around dinosaurs attacking cities, the end of Fallen Kingdom saw the remaining dinosaurs who made it off of Isla Nublar being released into the world. So, what I will say is this, even though I want to go back to the island in one way, shape, or form, and we'll see how that kind of plays out, I think it's going to be interesting to see where the story goes now that the dinosaurs are here on Earth, and they're basically, we're going to have to kind of coexist with them. That's going to be an interesting dynamic to see in, of course, Jurassic World 3. And then, which Jurassic Park characters are coming back for Jurassic World 3? Aside from Uncaged Dinosaur Madness, the biggest hook for this sequel will be reuniting the original trio from Jurassic Park on screen for the first time since 1993. Sam Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum will all return as Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Dr. Ian Malcolm, respectively. All three actors have appeared in other entries in the series, with Goldblum having a small role in Fallen Kingdom, but none of the other sequels have managed to get them back together again. So that'd be awesome to see them come back in a major way, and hopefully it'll be in a major way, or even in some capacity or another. It'll be really cool to see the three of them on screen once again. Will Chris Pratt be back as Owen Grady? Chris Pratt will be reprising his role as Owen Grady once again to help round out the trilogy. We first met Owen in Jurassic World as the Raptor trainer who helped save the day alongside his loyal pack of dinos. So I think, like I said, guys, Chris Pratt's a great actor. I'm excited to see him, of course, once again. And then Bryce Dallas Howard, alongside Chris Pratt's Owen. Bryce Dallas Howard's Claire Dearing is the most important central character to the new trilogy, so it only makes sense that Claire will be back once again to get tangled up with the dinosaurs out in the open world. So, obviously, I'm excited about that as well. See the two main actors coming back for this. Now, it is the Avengers Endgame of Jurassic Park movies, apparently. Chris Pratt, just out of filming, made some big comparisons for Jurassic World 3. Pratt, who also plays Star-Lord in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, likened the upcoming sequel to Avengers Endgame, an ambitious crossover that went on to become the highest-grossing movie of all time. That's not to say Pratt is suggesting this movie will resemble Endgame, but the actor says everyone is in it. So that's something that's really exciting. Kind of comparing it to Endgame, that'll be, obviously you got a lot to live up to with that. What other characters from the franchise are coming back? Given Chris Pratt's comments about this movie having similarities of Avengers Endgame, it seems safe to assume there will be some surprises in store. Specifically, we can probably expect to see some other characters from the franchise pop up. Whether or not those are announced before the release or if they will be kept under wraps is up in the air. For example, Ariana Richards and Joe Mazzello have both expressed an interest in returning as Lex and Tim, respectively. So I'd love to see a lot of these characters come back, guys, to life, essentially, in Jurassic World 3 or, Dominion. Now, is Justice Smith coming back? Justice Smith is set to reprise his role as Franklin in Jurassic World Dominion. The actor made his debut in the franchise with 2018's Fallen Kingdom. So he's supposed to come back. Daniela Pineda. I would assume, guys, most of these characters from Jurassic World and just the franchise here at large are most likely going to be coming back at this point. Now, are there any new actors? It won't be all be familiar faces this time around, as several new actors have signed on to join the franchise in this installment. The first new cast members announced for the sequel were Mamoda Athie and DeWanda Wise. Athie is known for his roles in The Get Down and The Front Runner. Wise, meanwhile, starred on Netflix's She Gotta Have It, as well as The Twilight Zone. So, there's going to be more practical dinosaurs. I mean, guys, when you really look at this, there is a ton. What Colin Trevorrow likes to do, he loves having practical dinosaurs. They like to actually, make these robotic dinosaurs, which is really awesome, instead of using all CGI. And that's really cool. And I even think that, having, dinosaurs that are, feel more real to us is something that's really important as an audience. And then, of course, the soundtrack, guys. John Williams did some of his finest and most memorable work in a career filled with memorable work on Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. Williams didn't return for the current trilogy, paving the way for Oscar winner Michael Giacchino to step in and help fill those very big shoes. Giacchino scored both Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so it makes every bit of sense that he would return once again to round out the trilogy. And I think Michael's done a really great job, guys, and I'm excited to see what he's able to do with the soundtrack, especially if this is the end of this trilogy. But it'll be interesting to say, guys, what ends up happening in Jurassic World Dominion. I think there's a lot. There's a lot of information that we know. There's a lot of things that are mysterious, which I think makes it very exciting. But nonetheless, I'm super excited about Jurassic World Dominion. This is a great franchise, in my opinion, that being Jurassic Park as a whole. And I've enjoyed the Jurassic World movies. They're just great popcorn movies. They're a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What are you guys most excited to see in Jurassic World Dominion? Let me know. And for more Jurassic World Dominion content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.